I'll start over. I stand before you not as a speaker, but as a fellow traveler on this winding, unpredictable journey called life. I've spent nearly 2 decades running a towing company. Let me tell you, that is a world of a roller coaster all of its own. There are moments of triumph, sure, like pulling off a hard tow or something that you didn't think would be easy to do, or helping somebody that was stranded like a family on the side of the road. But it also has its frustrations, particularly when it came to finding employees who actually wanted to get up and work and show up for work in the mornings. You'd be amazed at how elusive that quality can be in people nowadays. Maybe some of you face familiar struggles, thinking, yep, I know what that's like. It's like trying to catch fish with a net full of holes in it sometimes. But then something happened that shifted everything for me. My son came to me, brimming with enthusiasm about wanting to learn how to weld. Now, I knew how to stick weld from when I was younger. My uncle had taught me and worked in his shop. And I've done quite a bit of MIG welding over the years, just for our business to keep equipment up and going and on the road. So I knew a little more than what, you would see on television. But his excitement about it was contagious. He wanted to dive in, to learn to build something different with his own hands. And honestly, I was burnt out, kind of bone deep tired, where even weekends felt more like just a pit stop rather than rest. I guess you could say, without realizing it, I was ready for a change. So we both took a leap. My son at the young age of 15 and me at 45. We enrolled in class together at Ivy Tech College. Should have seen us that first days. There he was, the youngest in class, buzzing with that youthful energy, and there I was, the oldest, people looking at me like I was there trying to remember where I'd left my reading glasses at or something. But we were in it together, and that's all that matters. Let's talk about for a second, changing life. It can be scary. It's like standing on a cliff with your toes hanging over the edge. Wind whipping all around you. The vast unknown stretching out before you. I've felt fear like that before, especially during my towing days. There were close calls, cars zooming by you on the interstate. A semi one time tore my jacket almost completely off my back. But the fear of change, ironically, can be just as unsettling. When my son and I embarked on this new journey, there were nerves. Would I be able to keep up with these young kids in these classes? Would we both find this new path fulfilling? Yet, here recently, as we completed our first semester, a remarkable thing happened. That fear has began to dissolve, replaced by an unexpected sense of excitement. I find myself looking forward to classes now, the challenges of this discovery. Isn't that a beautiful irony of change? It could start as a shadow, lurking, whispering doubts in our ears. But with each step forward, light breaks through, and what was once a daunting becomes invigorating. There's a joy in learning and growing that I've forgotten outside of out of the towing world. It's like finding an old photograph and discovering a moment in life that you've let slip away. My son and I have conversations now about welding projects, plans that we're making, ideas that we have. It's like building something greater than metal structures. We're building memories together. Through this process, I've realized something profound. Change is not just about moving forward from one point to another. It's about remaining humble enough to learn, brave enough to try, and open enough to embrace what comes. Yes, our class at Ivy Tech is a motley crew of mixed ages, backgrounds, and dreams. And that's what makes that kind of neat. Each and every one of them there is on a path of their own, twisting and turning, but moving forward all the same. Now, I'd be remiss not to mention faith in this discussion. Faith is what bolsters us when fear tries to paralyze us. It's the quiet whisper telling us to leap when logic says to stay put, stay still. I'd like to think of faith in one of those old trusty tow trucks we've had. Reliable, a bit worn out. But some of them was always there when you needed them. Always there when you needed something to pull it through. When I look at my son's enthusiasm, I see faith in its purest form. He doesn't yet know the limits the world will try to place upon him. He just knows this fire down inside of him, driving him forward, and he believes in it. It's invigorating to be around, even contagious. Watching him reminds me of this power of belief, believing in yourself, your path, and the goodness that life can hold. Letting go of my towing business has been a process. It wasn't a clean break or a sudden epiphany. It was a gradual. Like watching the sunset over on the horizon. Bit by bit. I've released the grip of stress, the constant worry about the next call, the next breakdown on the side of the road. And in doing so, I've made room for something entirely new. I won't pretend that the transition has been seamless. There's definitely bumps, doubts about whether I was making the right choice. But isn't that the nature of change? It's messy. It's unpredictable. Yet it's also a chance to leave behind the weight of what was and step into what can be. And what is life, if not a series of changes that shapes us into what we are meant to be? As my son and I prepare for our second semester here in a few weeks, I find myself marveling at this journey we've undertaken. There's a lightness now, a sense of possibility that fills the air. Our conversations have shifted from what was to what will be. Projects we'll tackle together. Skills we'll be honing together. Isn't that something we should all strive for? To look ahead with hope and not fear. To see change not as an enemy, but as a guide leading us into new opportunities. We've forged paths. Me and him. We're going to be forging paths in metal, yes, but also in life. And I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. As I close today, I want to leave you with this thought. Change in life is inevitable, but it is also enriching. It challenges us, shapes us, and if we let it, it can bring joy and renewal to us. So I encourage each of you, whether you're young or old, to embrace the changes in your life. Trust in the journey. Even when the road seems unsure. And remember, you're not alone. We walk this path together with Christ. Each of us learning, growing, and becoming who we are meant to be. May you find peace in those transformations, strength in your journey, and a joy in each and every step that you take forward. Before I log off, it says on here, York Jantan. Hi to you too. We're glad you joined us. And we're glad that you love Christ and you felt like sharing that with us here. And I don't know how to pronounce that. Bin Shirin 463. Hello to you too. And we're glad that you love Christ. And we hope that you'll join again with us. We'll go ahead and sign off here. And hopefully we'll see some of you back here again next time. All right, thank you.